Hello and welcome to new series on governance in India for civil services. Let's start today's session with rights of children. Children's rights in India are protected through constitutional rights and legal, statutory, rights. Constitutional rights of children. 1. Special protection. Article 15, 3. State can make special provisions for children, affirmative action. 2. Right to education. Article 21A, free and compulsory education for children aged 6 to 14 years. 3. Protection from exploitation. Article 23, 1. Prohibits trafficking and forced labor. Article 24, no child below 14 years can be employed in factories, mines, or hazardous work. 4. Welfare and development. Article 39, protection of young children from abuse and unsuitable employment. Article 39, healthy development of children, protection from exploitation and abandonment. Article 45, early childhood care and education for all children below 6 years. 5. Duty of parents. Article 51A, parents/guardians must provide education to children aged 6 to 14 years. 2. Legal rights of children, under various acts, major child-specific laws. 1. Root Act, 2009, free and compulsory education, 6 to 14 years. 2. Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, 2006, prevents child marriage, makes such marriages voidable. 3. Juvenile Justice Act, 2000, care, protection, rehabilitation of juveniles, child-friendly justice system. 4. Child Labor Prohibition Act, 1986, bans child labor in hazardous occupations, regulates in others. 5. Infant Milk Substitutes Act, 1992, promotes breastfeeding, regulates infant food. 6. Guardians and Wards Act, 1890, welfare of child is paramount in guardianship cases. 7. Young Persons, Harmful Publications, Act, 1956, bans harmful publications for children. 8. Children, Pledging of Labor, Act, 1933, prohibits pledging a child's labor. 9. Children Act, 1960, care and rehabilitation of neglected/delinquent children in Union territories. 10. Hindu Minority and Guardianship Act, 1956, welfare of minor is top priority. 11. Immoral Traffic, Prevention, Act, 1956, prevents trafficking of girls. 12. PCP&DT Act, 1994, prevents sex selection and female feticide. 13. Legal Services Authorities Act, 1987, free legal aid to children. 3. Laws prohibiting child employment. Factories Act, 1948. Plantation Labor Act, 1951. Merchant Shipping Act, 1951. Mines Act, 1952. Motor Transport Workers Act, 1961. Apprentices Act, 1961. Beedi and Cigar Workers Act, 1966. 4. Other important laws protecting children includes provisions for safety, welfare, inheritance, maintenance, and protection, CRPC, 1973, IPC, 1860, Hindu Adoptions and Maintenance Act, 1956, Hindu Marriage Act, 1955, Indian Succession Act, 1925, Special Marriage Act, 1954, Domestic Violence Act, 2005, Probation of Offenders Act, 1958, Employees State Insurance Act, 1948, Orphanages and Charitable Homes Act, 1960, Bonded Labor Abolition Act, 1976. Persons with Disabilities Act, 1995, v. Child Rights Institutions and Special Protection Laws. 1. Commissions for Protection of Child Rights Act, 2005 establishes NCPCR, SCPCR, and Children's Courts. 2. POCSO Act, 2012 Protection from Sexual Assault, Sexual Harassment, Pornography. Establishes special courts for speedy trials. Thank you for joining today.